My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen beggar. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning. It's not Pastor Tom. Yeah, he is not going to be doing any broadcast this week. He's down in Georgia or is on his way back now. I'm not sure. Called me yesterday and said, "Do you think you could cover?" And I said, "Sure." So I'm gonna be with you every day this morning, in the morning until Thursday. We're not doing, and Friday we're not doing for the holiday. But I think Aaron will be doing strengthening. You might not know it yet. No, he knows he's doing it today. But I found out later last night that, later yesterday afternoon, that I would be doing it all week instead of just Monday. Anyway, it's always a pleasure to do this anyway, and it's fun. I see YouTube threw me a curveball this morning. All the comments from people on YouTube are their email address instead of their name. Thankfully, a lot of you guys are better than me, and you actually include your name in the comment sections, in your email address. So good morning, Chris Connolly. And Dave Donnelly's on next, and it came across just fine. Bert Reggiani, good morning, Bert. And Ken Gooch is here as well. He's Ken Gooch 3244, which I can't for the life of me believe there's that many of them, but who knows? It's a big country. And Patricia, good morning. And John Carson, it's always good to see your face on here. Good morning, John. I hope you are doing well. I pray for you still. We're not letting up. We're keeping going. All right. That's who's commenting. According to this, we got 12 of you online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 comments. So six of you are sneaking in here and peeking, which is awesome because it means you're still here, right? Let me get rid of that. Okay. Anyway, today we're going into Ecclesiastes 7. We're still in Ecclesiastes 7, actually. It was Tom and then Matt did a little bit of it last week, and I get the pleasure of ending the chapter. And who doesn't love to end a chapter, right? I gotta actually bring it up yet, don't I? Hold on, I'll get some All right. I like the picture-in-picture a little better, I think. Just because it makes me really small. I know. Nobody cares. Sorry, Steve. Shut up. Okay, well, this is the 20. It starts at the 23rd verse. It says, all this I have tested by wisdom. I said I will rise, but it was far from me. That which was far has been far off and deep, very deep. Who can find it out? I love the way Solomon turns the sentences. Solomon was known for his wisdom and widely considered the wisest man to ever have lived, a man that knew no boundaries to his wealth. He was wealthy beyond imagination. But he built a temple. He built the temple, the first temple. He's authored 3 books in the Bible. And the cool part about Solomon, when God came to him and offered him a gift, in a dream, he asked for wisdom, discernment and wisdom. I wish that God gladly granted, and then above all else, the wealth and power and fame came with it. His name even means peace. And his entire reign as king of Israel was peaceful and good. We all know the story of the 2 mothers that came to Solomon claiming to have they got the babies mixed up and how we solved it. That's common. It's a pretty common story. But this is something that was at the time considered a shocking way to handle something like this. He even, it's not specifically written, but the way it's written, he talked about animals and birds like he knew them. Like he was almost like a scientist. The only thing that bugs me is had 700 wives. 700 wives. To me, that I'm starting to question his wisdom. I guess that's what I'm going to say. But all this wisdom he's got. And even he says, all this I have tested by wisdom, and I said, I'll be wise, but it was far from me. Solomon knows that no matter how smart and how wise he was, his abilities compared to the wisdom of God were lacking. The wisest is man on earth humbly surrenders to God. And that's the thing that should always make us stop and say, wow, I turned my heart to know and to search out and to seek wisdom and the scheme of things, and to know the wickedness and folly and the foolishness that is madness. And I find something more bitter than death, a woman whose heart is snares and nets, and those hands are fetters. He who pleases God escapes her, but the sinner is taken in by her. Again, it's very poetic, and it does take a little bit of practice to figure this one out. So I through looking at it, he's basically talking about sin. Sin is like a beautiful woman. Built her whole purpose is to trap you and to control you. Righteousness will help you in this. That's what he's trying to say. Righteousness will guide you when you're faced with sin. Righteousness will be the thing that keeps you from falling into that trap. A sinner has no righteousness to fall back on. Not because we are perfect, but because we are for God. I think that's the thing where we have surrendered ourselves to God, and that will be our protection. I run one person I was reading yesterday said, God's commands are not chains. They're safeguards. He's not keeping us from things. He's protecting us from things. Let's go on. Ready? Verse 27. Oh, I got to move it up a little bit here. Behold, this is what I found, says the preacher, while adding one thing to another to find the scheme of things, which my soul has sought repeatedly, but I have not found. One man among 1,000 I found, but a woman among all these I have not found. You'll first read this and you think, wow, it's kind of negative toward women. This isn't a statement about women being wicked. It's about a statement about the scarcity of wisdom and righteousness, the absolute void that is and his world is there. It's not making men better than women when only 1 in 1,000, 1 in 1,000 he found righteous. It doesn't speak well for either of us. It's just Solomon pointing out a trouble in a time that he doesn't seem to have a lot of control over. This is and then he ends this whole thing with, see this alone, I found that God made man upright, but they have sought out many schemes. So he's telling us that humanity is good, was created good, but we corrupted ourselves by chasing after our own schemes. Just sin is not actually part of our design. That's the thing that baffles me. And the world is broken because we walked away. It's not broken because God messed up. It's broken because we messed up. It's the same God that created us that also provides restoration in Jesus. I love this little statement here because it pointed out to me the flaw in all of us, right? Or this is the same God. We have to look at it. This is the same God that created us. He created man and woman. It's the same God who Adam and Eve walked away from. It's the same God that Israel stepped away from and started chasing after other gods. It's the same God that we fail on a daily basis. And yet he still sent Jesus to rescue us, to pay the ransom. That should be a comfort to all of us. We all know that we have a loving Father in heaven, and for us to forget that sometimes is hard. I pray this was a blessing. This was a hard one because it took to trying to understand what he was saying here was a challenge. I pray it was a blessing to you, and I think I can leave now because I don't see any more comments. I think we're all set. Either everybody fell asleep or yep, you're still all here. Okay. Have a firmly rooted day, everybody. And may someone see Jesus in you. Peace.